White Christmas is yet another movie that I try and rewatch every Christmas, especially with my dad, because this is one of his favorites, and he and I love to watch it every year, for a lot of reasons. It tells the story of two former soldiers played by Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. After the war, they have set up a very successful two-man show where they both sing and dance together. However, they learn through the grapevine that their former general has bought an inn in Vermont and is in debt about up to his eyeballs. So to help him out, they stage a charity show for him. With the help of their collective love interests, the Haynes sisters, played by Vera Ellen and Rosemary Clooney. And if that last name sounds familiar to you, Rosemary Clooney is the aunt of George Clooney. Yes, the one you're thinking of. And by the way, in case you were thinking, did the song come from this movie? Well, yes and no. Actually, the original, where the song White Christmas debuted was in another Bing Crosby movie, Holiday Inn, which I also recommend. However, everybody associates the song with the movie of the same name for obvious reasons. Seeing as though both Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye are in this movie, you just have to know that the singing and the dancing are top-notch, and no spoiler here, they actually are. Their acting is pretty good as well. I love the dynamic that they have with the Haynes sisters, and considering the fact that this is Crosby and Kaye, they both either do their own stunts or sing their own vocals, and if you love the vocals of Crosby or the dancing of Kaye, then you have stumbled upon a treasure trove. Also, out of all the movies that I've covered for my 25 reviews of Christmas, this probably has my favorite production design so far. This movie was directed by Michael Curtis, who directed, among other things, Yankee Doodle Dandy, The Adventures of Robin Hood, still the best Robin Hood movie ever made, and some movie you may have heard of once or twice. It's called Casablanca. The inn in this movie looks so cool. I would want to visit Vermont just to stay there alone. If I had to have one small gripe, is that there's a bit of a plot point. I won't spoil it. There's a bit of a plot point that feels a little contrived, as try to add more tension that honestly didn't really felt like it belonged. You'll know it when you see it. However, there is a happy ending. Again, I won't spoil it here. But two of my favorite scenes in the movie are the opening, when you see Crosby and Kaye as GIs, and there's a bit of a break in the war. I believe this was, if my memory serves me right, this was before the Battle of the Bulge. This was like the war was coming to an end, and they were celebrating Christmas, and one of the commanding officers is like, "What's all this? You can't celebrate Christmas." And the titular general is like, "Yes, I do agree. I'll straighten him out." And then he tells the driver who brought the superior officer here to take the shortcut, which ironically enough is longer, because the general has a heart and wants to hear some Christmas tunes. This is where you hear White Christmas for the first time, and it is predictably excellent. And then my other favorite scene in the movie is when Bing Crosby sings "Counting My Blessings." If you want to look it up, just that standalone number, and I recommend that you do, look up Bing Crosby "Counting My Blessings" on YouTube. You will find it, and it's honestly a very beautiful song. It's not the most Christmassy song in the world, but it's really beautiful stuff. And at the end of the day, I think that's the best way that I could describe this movie. Beautiful.